Good morning, everyone. Hopefully, I clicked all of the buttons properly and I am here with you right now. so, hopefully, everyone is doing very, very well. I'm trying something very, very new. I'm using OBS. So, good morning, Ann. Good morning, Tammy. I hope you are all doing well wherever you are in the world. But I know you're in Colorado. So, so as you can see, I'm trying something new. I have the new beginning and I have a new opening so I can press all of my buttons. For those of you who are tuning in, I am Phylecia Jones and you are watching Ask the Budgetologist. And yeah, I got new buttons and I have new gadgets happening right now. So for those of you who are trying to figure out what's going on, you're watching Ask the Budgetologist, and today is Money Coaching Monday, and we're going to talk about how much to spend on coaching. And oh, by the way, it is the anniversary week of Ask the Budgetologist. I have been coming live to you every day since July 1st of 2017. So the official anniversary was yesterday, but today we're celebrating. So hey, how is everyone? So I'm trying to make sure that I got all my little buttons pressed. So you know me, just you get to watch my eyeballs working. Here's the thing. I asked my husband to help me out with something and he completely changed how I came live. So that's why I feel a little freaked out right now. But anyway, so if I'm coming to you in your feed, you have no idea who I am. You're wondering what is going on. I am Phylecia Jones, budgetologist and solopreneur money management expert. And you are watching Ask the Budgetologist. I come to you live every morning around 7:45 a.m.-ish. Mountain Time, and I answer any questions you have about business, budgeting, and solo entrepreneurship. And of course, I give you tons of unsolicited financial advice because you didn't ask for it, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. And I'm kind of hot right now. Not like hot. So let me turn the fan on. Hold on. So it is a live show. And I'm trying not to sweat my butt off here. I did my morning walk and everything. So, hey, Cassie, how are you doing? So, oh my gosh, in addition to today's topic, I'm going to give away 1 hour of free coaching. So I'm going to give it away in about 3 minutes. So we get a couple of people to join us. So I would love for those of you who left a star review over at Keep Up with Mrs. Jones, Facebook.com/ Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And this week, I'm just going to send out tons and tons of appreciation to everyone that has watched the show, has ever participated with the show, asked a question, because I am here to help you with whatever you need. So I am coming to you live over here on Instagram at Keep Up with Mrs. Jones and Facebook.com/Keep Up. So of course, if you ever need me for anything, all you got to do is put your question down in the comment box wherever you are, and I will make sure that an answer magically appears. Good morning, Heather. You know, we can't start the party until Heather is here. How are you doing, Heather? So I just got back from vacation. A little sleepy over the weekend trying to ram some things in. So I feel like I'm back to normal. And I'm just so excited. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this contest thing out of the way. All right. So one of the things that I said for those of you on July 2nd, I would pull a name for anyone that left a star review over on Facebook.com/Keep Up with Mrs. Jones. For those of you who left star reviews, I appreciate you all this week. I'm going to shout out all of your names and just tell you how much I love and adore you for doing that. Cassie, and Heather, thank you for the reviews. Later this week, I'm going to ask all of you to shout out all of your businesses so that we can give some love to all of you and what you do. So we're going to do that because you know what? I'm here to help you. The more I can help you feed your budget, the more you can pay me to help you manage your budget. You get, it's all about me. There you go. Hey Heather. Hello, good morning. So cool that you you ran into, I ran into Liney. It was so weird. We crossed paths in Billings, Montana. It's just so random. I had a post. I met a friend randomly in Billings, Montana for dinner because our road trips crossed paths. So, all right, let's get back to the drawing. All right, 19 people left a review. I put everybody's name in an official random organizer. It went to random.org, so I'm not just pulling friends. I have everybody's name here in a list, and I'm just going to cycle through the list 3 times. So we're going to do it 1, 2, 3. And the winner of 1 hour of free coaching is Donna Wolf. Yay. So Donna is not participating right now. I don't see her online. So Donna Wolf is going to get 1 hour of free coaching. We could talk about anything around business, budgeting, getting speaking gigs. So I'm going to notify Donna by messenger. Donna, if you happen, good morning, Swabu. How are you doing? If you happen to see this, Donna, congratulations. You and I are going to spend an hour together and talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about. Now, of course, for those of you who didn't win, it's okay. I'm still here. I still have a business anniversary coming up. So for those of you, all you have to do, if you have a question about anything, you need help, all you got to do is put your comments down in the comment box. I will answer them. If you want to, if you need to, if you must, and you know you do, if you want to do a one-on-one session for me, all you got to do is go to that beautiful book now button over on facebook.com/keep up with Mrs. Jones. For those of you on Instagram, all you got to do is check the links in the bio, or you can go to keepupwithmrsjones.com/jumpstart. So there you go. Hey, Angela, how are you doing this morning? All right. We got all the fun stuff out of the way. We're anniversary week of Ask the Budgetologist. I've been talking to you for a year, and I've been answering your questions around money. So this is what we're going to do right now. I got to answer this question because I got this from one of my speaking gigs 2 weeks ago when I was in Calgary, when I was in Calgary. And the question I got was, how much money should I spend on coaching after 2 years in business? This was a very interesting question because I get this a lot of people who are always asking me, how much money should I spend on coaching? How much should I spend? How many coaches should I have? And here's the answer to the question. I really can't tell you. It all depends on your business. It really depends on your business. The young lady that asked me this question is so interesting that she's been in business for 2 years and she hasn't turned a profit or made any significant amount of money, but she's constantly been paying for coaches. She has a coach for everything. Every little thing that she needs help with, she pays for a coach. And so what I told her, I said, here's the thing. I can't tell you how much money to spend on coaching or how much money not to spend on coaching. It all depends on your business, where you are, what you're trying to learn, and where you're trying to go. The only thing I can tell you is that at some point it's going to get very old of you paying for coaching and not seeing any results. Now, up to this point, she's had about five or six coaches. And I was talking with her and I said, you have 5 or 6 coaches. At some point, you got to start doing. That's the thing. You got to start doing. Now, if you have an amazing coach, you will be doing as you go. You'll be doing as you go. But as you know, some of us, we get coaches and we kind of end up going backwards because we're not doing, we're kind of fixing things or working on foundational stuff or trying to figure out those little nitpicky things of what do I call myself. And when you get stuck in that means you're probably not going forward or you're not doing as much as you probably need to be doing. So here's the deal when it comes to, hey, Carol, Ann, how are you doing? So when it comes to how much money should I spend on coaching, you got to really look at where you are. And then at some point, by 2 years, if you paid for 5 or 6 coaches and you are still not returning in a little bit of investment, or you've only moved an inch, and I'm not saying that you should be making $600,000, $100,000 after 2 years. No, I'm just saying that if you haven't seen any movement, or if you're always in learning mode, it's going to get old. It's going to get old when you are not making money. It's going to get very, very old. Now, for those of you, hey, Holly, how are you doing? So for those of you, always put your questions down in the comment box. If you have any feedback on this, please, I'm not the sole expert on when to get a coach. So if you have any feedback on this, please let me know. And what do you think? How much money should you spend on coaching after 2 years? Now, I see people who say, don't buy coaching at all. Some people say you got to have a coach. It all depends. All I know is this: as your budgetologist, as your CFO for the next 15 minutes, if you are not making money, And if you're constantly buying coaches and programs and online courses, going to seminars and workshops, at some point, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get really annoyed with yourself, and you're not going to see the benefits in your bank account. Remember, I'm the budgetologist here. I see everything from the money perspective. All I see is money going out, and I see very little coming in. And that's where you're going to have to make that decision on how much should you be spending on coaching. To be honest, if you get a good coach for your first 2 years, it only takes one. It really only takes one to help you focus on what you need to do. And there are books and online things and forums and live streams just like this where you can ask the questions and you're not mired down in all of the things, because what happens when you buy 5 coaches at one time, all you have is 5 levels of head trash at one time, because everybody's going to keep piling information on you. And if you can't process it, you will not move forward. And I call it head trash because it's nothing to do with the coaches. The coaches are giving you legit information. If you've taken the due diligence to find a good coach, they are giving you good information. The problem is your brain can't take that much. Your brain can't take that much information. So when you got 5 people telling you 5 different things, or telling you the same thing 5 different ways, you're going to not do things. That's what's happening. Hey, Phylecia, how are you doing today? Phylecia, we haven't talked in a while. And for those of you, this is my friend Phylecia. I'm not talking to myself. So for those of you, you're watching like Phylecia talking to herself. No, I have a friend named Phylecia too. Everybody needs a friend named Phylecia, just FYI. Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? Stephanie's doing some amazing things, on stage. Yay. So how much should you be spending on coaching? Please, everyone, let me know. Drop your thoughts, drop your questions in the comment box. For those of you on Instagram, all you got to do is just use the comment button. I will be there, and I'm here. I'm here to help you out. And just FYI, for those of you who are joining, it is anniversary week of Ask the Budgetologist. I've been coming to you live every day, minus when I'm running through an airport, that type of thing. I've been coming to you live every day since July 1st of 2017. Man, you talk about really sticking in there and sticking to being consistent. So if you want to hear the story and all the epic crappiness that happened yesterday, if you want to hear the story of why I started live streaming, all you have to do is go and look at yesterday's show. It was pretty cool. We had some technical difficulties, had to wake up some people for help, but no, if you got any questions about this, we're celebrating. Also, Donna Wolf won the 1 hour of free coaching, and we could talk about business, budgeting, speaking gigs. So whatever she needs, we're going to do that. And of course, you can always book a session, one-on-one, me and you. We're going to get there. All right. So Heather is saying, if you're going to events where you feel like the smallest dog in the room, you'll learn a ton for free just by talking to people and learning from their experiences and insights. Yes, you're so right, Heather. You should always go into a place where you don't feel like you're the smartest person in the room, and you will learn a lot. And here's my little secret. I love speaking. And one of the cool things about speaking is that when you go for bigger events, they have speaker dinners, things like that. People toss back a few. People start letting loose on all the things that you should be doing in your business and getting help. So I secretly speak so that I can get free coaching. See how that works? Yeah. Budgetologist here. I'm trying to help you all out. And just to announce this, as far as speaking, I have been announced as a speaker for FinCon. So I think I announced this last week, but I officially got my little badge. So I'm really excited about that one. That one's I've been wanting for a while. And I will be speaking twice, to be honest. I will be on a panel about quitting a 9-to-5 to go full-time into solo entrepreneurship. And I will have my little talk around landing your first 21 speaking gigs. Funny how that works. So, all right. So how much should you be spending on coaching? And I know you probably are like, all right, Phylecia, you're telling us to work with you, but we don't know how much to spend on coaching. So what should I do? Because everybody assumes that because I'm a budgetologist and I talk budgeting, everybody's like, they instantly say I shouldn't be spending any money. No, I never said that. I never, ever said that. What I want you to do is be smart with where your money is going. Here's the thing. We're all business owners here. It costs money to make money, and it costs money to keep your business moving. You have to be smart. You have to be smart with where your dollars are going, because it is very easy to keep spending. It's very easy to keep spending on things that won't move you ahead. It's very easy. Hi, Mr. J. Hicks, Miami. It's been a while. Is Miami hot right now? It's probably melting. It's good for your skin, though. You don't need to put on a lot of shea butter. I do. I'm in Colorado. Skin is dry. So today, for those of you coming in, so today is the 1 year, this is the second day of the 1 year anniversary of Ask the Budgetologist, been coming live every day for a year. And I'm also answering the question of how much money to spend on coaching after 2 years in business. So one of the young ladies at a speaking gig I had 2 weeks ago, she's been in business and she keeps paying for coaching. She's on her 5th or 6th coach right now, but her business has moved. It has moved because here's the thing with coaching. Thank you, Mr. Hicks. The thing with coaching is that you do move forward. You do learn. But if you always need someone to hold your hand so that you can implement, that's where we have the trouble, because you're always, coaching can sometimes be a crutch, just FYI. Coaching can sometimes be a crutch, because if you always need it just to do a blog post, or if you always need coaching just to get up out of the bed in the morning, okay, we got to work on some other things. But what you should be getting through coaching is constantly moving forward, seeing return on your investment, And you got to be looking at that, and you got to be smart with who you are giving your money to. Okay? Got to be smart. Do your due diligence. I've told you this many, many times. This is your money. It's your money. It's not anybody else's money. I know we have hardcore salespeople out there. We got people that can make you feel bad within 10 minutes on the phone, that make you hand over your credit card. But I want you to step in your CFO and step into your CEO shoes and ask the right questions. Remember, we have a phase. Trust your gut first. Step into the CEO role and look at how will this move my business forward, and then step into the CFO role and ask yourself, what's the return on investment for you giving me, for me giving you my money? You got to be smart, okay? You got to be smart. And if you're only needing coaching just so that you can move 3 steps every other minute, okay, we need to kind of back up and figure out what's really going on, okay? Hi, Olivia. How are you doing? Hey, Kenya over on Instagram. Hi, all up in your business. Hey, Aiden Kramer. How's life doing? How's life treating you? Oh, you're not Aiden Kramer. I'm sorry, Aiden Durham. Hi, Aiden Durham. How are you doing this morning? We have a new last name, everybody. Yay. Congratulations on the new last name. So yeah, this morning we're talking about how much to spend on coaching. We're talking about how much to spend on coaching, and I really need you to be smart. After 2 years in business, especially if you're a coach. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some stats, and I read this a couple of years ago, so I'm going to give you some mediocre stats, and I'm going to do my research and give you better stats. Now the person, yeah, I know, close enough. I know we did a little name change over there, and we're about to do another name change. Yep. Yay, Aiden. So here's the thing. Now, this young lady that asked me this question of how much to spend, she is a coach herself, and she's in the life coaching world. Now, when I started doing research on life coaches, they say on average, a life coach will only make about $30,000 in the first couple of years of their business. And then they will max out at $65,000. Now, like I said, I'm going to give you some wonky. I'm going to go I'm going to go find my research again because I wasn't prepared to give you the stat. But, and I'll give it back to you later this week. But I want you to remember that for those of you who are coaches and for those of you who are consultants, You got to be careful if you're only making $30,000 to $60,000 on average in your first few years of business, and you're spending just as much on coaches yourself. Got to be careful, okay? You got to be careful. As a coach or a consultant, your overhead shouldn't be very high. It shouldn't be very high. It should be minimal at best. But I do know a lot of coaches that have overheads of 3, 5. The most I've ever seen with a coach who had an overhead was $15,000 a month. We got to put that in check, people. We got to put that in check, because if you're not making $15,000, if you're not making $5,000, if you're not making $3,000 on average each month, it's called going into debt. And that's what we need to avoid. We need to avoid going into debt for running a business, okay? Especially a coaching business. Other businesses are different. When you're starting a company, you have employees, can be a whole different ball game. But for those of you who are solo coaches and solo entrepreneurs, solo consultants, we got to be careful. We got to be careful how much we're spending, especially in the beginning, okay? Especially in the beginning. All right. Anybody have any questions? And yes, Phylecia, we need to touch base. I'm not talking to myself, I promise. We need to touch base. So if you got any questions, put them down in the comment box. I will answer them. I'll answer them before I take off, because and I gave you a little reprieve. You know, it's the first week of the third quarter. These quarters are going by fast, so don't worry. I'm coming back at you. Wednesday, we're going to hit it hard when it comes to your money. Hopefully you did your CFO day on July 1st. We're going to talk about that. All right. We're going to talk about what you need to do on the 15th when it comes to your money. And we need to talk about how we are planning, or how you did plan, because I believe all of you did this, how you plan to launch into the third quarter of this year, because we only got one more to go. You see how fast this goes? One more quarter to go. So we're going to hit it hard when it comes to your money. All right. Hi, Mia. How are you doing? So if you got any questions about anything, put it down in the comment box. Definitely want to congratulate Miss Donna Wolf. She won the 1 hour of free coaching. And we're going to talk about business, budgeting, speaking gigs, margarita recipes, whatever. Mia Voss. I saw Mia and Maya, two of my favorite people. Mia, we have to get together very, very soon. All right. July is all yours, Mia, all yours. Just tell me when and where to show up. It's all yours except for the last week. Also tomorrow. So as I'm signing off tomorrow we are going to do speaking gigs, and I'm going to talk about why your talk is not landing you more gigs. We're going to talk about that. All right. And I'm stepping into my speaker coordinator role tomorrow, and I'm going to let you know what I am seeing and why you are not landing more gigs. Hint, because it might be boring. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, I did. So we're going to talk about why your talk is not landing you more speaking gigs tomorrow, because it's Tuesday. And Tuesdays, we talk about feeding your budget through speaking. And so excited about all of that. And I have another speaking announcement. I actually just got announced as a speaker for Success Incubator. I'll tell you a little bit more about that one, because it's a small little conference with some major players. I mean, like, you sit next to people and you're just like, ah. Yeah. So that's a really cool one. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. I'm going to sign off on Instagram first. So for those of you on Instagram, you know, I love you. I appreciate you. Kenya, Aiden, Mr. J. Hicks, Miami. Hopefully your skin is very moist with all of the humidity that you have. I have to go borrow humidity because my skin is dry here in Colorado. So I hope you all are doing well. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Of course, if you need me, you know how to find me. Take care. Happy budgeting. For those of you who are here on, oh, Phylecia, you're awesome. Yay, Phylecia. Phylecia, are you in Nevada now? We need to connect. Okay. I'm going to send you a text. Mia and Phylecia, I'm going to send you text messages because we need to connect very, very soon. So for those of you here on Facebook, you know I appreciate every last stinking one of you. Phylecia, Mia, Olivia, Heather, Carol Ann, Cassie, Tammy, Swabu, thank you. Angela, thank you so very much for being here this morning. You know, I cannot do this if you weren't here. I mean, I could, but it'd be very boring. For all of you who left reviews, Donna left a review, Kevin Avington, Rachel Ardenay, thank you so very much. Jen Walker Sells, Sherry Wagner, Julia Govert, Chelsea Harrell, Abby Gardner, Joseph Madison, Diane Brown, Morin, Phyllis Guy, Andrea De Leon, Jerry Johnson Morgan, Nikki, Kiki, I appreciate you. So just going to give you tons and tons of love. And tomorrow we'll be talking about why your talk is not landing you more speaking gigs. I hope you have an amazing day. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Mwah. If you need me, you know where to find me. Take care and happy budgeting. Bye. I have an outro now.